Good evening and welcome to tonight's Ferndale High School's Honor Convocation ceremony, recognizing the efforts and accomplishments of the class of 2017. My name is Isabel Kolanowski, and I feel so honored to be here tonight to celebrate the tremendous accomplishments of the 59th Ferndale High School senior class. I know how exciting the future looks for us, and we are ready to celebrate our successes. Our time at Ferndale has taught us lessons beyond the Pythagorean theorem, onomatopoeia, and the periodic table. We have learned how to navigate through the ups and downs and on into our futures. We have been told that these were the best years of our lives and the future will be what we make of it. I would like to introduce and welcome our superintendent, Mr. Brewitt, school board president, school board president, Mrs. Latache, and our other school board members, Mrs. Kermuller, Mrs. Dukey, Mrs. Hart, Mr. Davison, Mr. O'Donnell, and Ms. Toomey. Thank you for being here. I would also like to introduce our principal, Mr. Smith, our assistant principals, Mr. Butler and Mr. Bruner, and our counselors, Miss Ellis and Miss Wiley. Thank you all for your support and encouragement. Under the direction of Mrs. Schroeder, the senior choir will sing our class selections, Portugal, The Climb, and Man in the Mirror.
once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids on the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be kind, pretending not to see their needs?
A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul.
They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm sorry.
I have been friends with our first speaker since we were 5. She is silly, fun, and has the most infectious laugh. Having a bad day is kind of impossible when you're hanging out with her. You may have seen her theater and musical talents in one of the many plays and musicals that she has starred in. She's been Tweedledee in Alice in Wonderland, the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz, most recently, the Cat in the Hat in Seussical the Musical. She plays various musical instruments like the piano, guitar, piccolo, and flute, has been in the marching band for 5 years, and was a 2-year varsity tennis captain. Jillian Secession is headed to the University of Michigan Ann Arbor to study biomedical engineering in the fall. And although I'm headed to Michigan State University and our 2 future schools are rivals, I am so lucky because I know that I will always be able to call Jillian my friend. Please join me in welcoming Jillian Secession.
On behalf of the class of 2017, it is my honor to welcome the faculty, the staff, my fellow students, and our distinguished guests. We are all gathered here today for a singular purpose: to celebrate and commemorate each other's accomplishments as high school students. This convocation is evidence that we are prepared to go off into the world and fulfill what we are put here to do. Let's take a moment to reflect and reminisce over the journey leading up to this day. Looking back to what seems like decades ago, to the year of 2011, a mysterious time when a gallon of gas cost $4 and the iPhone 4S made you a cool kid at school. Coolidge and Kennedy were finally combined after our 7 years of rivalry, but as we all know now, that rivalry disappeared quite quickly. New friendships and relationships were formed during times in Mrs. Farini's English class when we all had to suffer through reading the Pearl, or at Camp Copenhagen when we had to face the freezing cold wind gliding down that zip line. Experiences like these marked the beginning of our lengthy transition into mature adults. As we moved into high school, things were different, to say the least. We all had a new, higher level of responsibility and dedication that we had to fulfill. We needed to begin to think about how our success in school will blossom into our future accomplishments, whether it's becoming a surgeon, an entrepreneur, a musician, a soldier. Usually, this isn't realized until midway through junior year when we start to receive endless college recruitment emails, or when literally every single person asks what our plans are after high school. Honestly, it hit me like a brick because time flies, and I know we can all vouch for this. Remember a time when you got assigned a paper in Mrs. Brulow's or Mrs. Morrison's class and were told you had 1 week to complete it? You blink your eyes, it's the night before that paper's due, and you're just like, what? I had a week! Time flies. And now, 4 years full of constant stress and overcoming challenges, whether it's academic, artistic, athletic, or personal, flew by. We made it. We survived. We can finally take a deep breath and not have to wake up at 6:45 in the morning. But honestly, we more than survived. We thrived here at Ferndale. But we wouldn't have been able to do it without the support we have received. To our teachers and administration, thank you for never giving up on a single one of us and always being dedicated to our success. Without your endurance, knowledge, and commitment, we wouldn't be able to be here today. To our families, and especially our parents, thank you for preparing us to go off into the world. I hate to admit it, but all the groundings, the scoldings, the give me your phones were for a reason, and that is to make us into the good people we are today. We are ready, so you can take a deep breath too. In this regard, we are here to celebrate the achievements of an exceptional class, an ambitious class, a unified class. Eagle fam for life! Thank you everyone, and welcome to the Convocation of Ferndale's class of 2017.
Thank you, Jillian. I've known our next speaker since elementary school. We were in Brownies together, played on the same soccer teams, and shared many of the same honors classes. We even traveled to Spain together in 10th grade. Thanks for not leaving us in Madrid, Mrs. LaPiccolo. She has played varsity volleyball, tennis, and participated in marching band for 5 years. I know that Caitlin Tigertt has a strong worth ethic and always stands up for what she believes in. Wayne State University is fortunate to have Caitlin join their student body next fall. She will be majoring in pre-law. Please welcome Caitlin Tigertt.
For the past 12 years of our lives, we've been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for the feeling of completion and accomplishment. We've all taken our own paths, each one different in our own way, to get where we are right now. Like our class quote says, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noises of other people's opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart intuition. This is just the beginning of where our lives will lead us. The passion and determination we all have inside of us will drive us to where we plan to go and what we plan to accomplish. As we each branch out and go our separate ways, we have to remember what Ferndale taught us. All the life lessons that our teachers, coaches, counselors taught us. The biggest lesson that I learned at Ferndale is that it's okay to be different and not do the same as others. My thoughts and actions are my own, and how I choose to live my life is up to me. As our senior quote says, don't let the noises of other opinions drown out your own inner voice. We cannot let other people's negativity bog us down. Your voice and opinion is your power, and no one will ever be allowed to take that from you. There will always be instances where people's opinions will bring you down, but if there's one thing Ferndale has taught us, is to get up and get on that grind. Wherever you're going to school for, Ferndale taught us to be the best we can be. Whether that's sports or academics, Ferndale kids can always come out on top because of our resiliency. My sophomore year of high school, I somehow made it onto the varsity volleyball team, and I'll never forget the memories and laughs I shared with my teammates. I'll take those moments and keep them with me forever, and hopefully we'll all do that and remember when we're older all the difficulties and happiness Ferndale gave us. Even little stuff like being chased down the commons by the security guards for wearing a hat or because my dress was too short. Every memory counts. And we'll take these memories and carry them with us wherever our future takes us, and maybe find that we'll be the ones teaching the lessons eventually. What all these things have in common is strength and growth. From growing up in Ferndale and being a part of the community and having the dad that I do, I know that Ferndale didn't always have the easiest ways. But Ferndale has grown since and has actually grown and blossomed into a flourishing city along with our generation. And every day we came here, we grew with it. Ferndale showed us to grow in our own ways and to be different and accepting of others and ourselves, even if others didn't do the same. I look at the senior graduating class and I see a convocation, 88 individuals facing their future and not being scared or backing down. Like our senior quote, we don't have all the time in the world, but if we face our future head on and don't back down, we won't be having those moments when we're lying in bed at 4 a.m. when we're 60, wishing we had been more driven when we were younger. Every one of us is more than capable of achieving the exact future we want. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. We already know how letting other people decide your future turns out. I mean, just look at who our president is. When we take our future from our parents and teachers' hands, and we put it into our own and take off running, and don't stop till you get where you want in life. Now's the time to not back down from the obstacle life throws at you, but take them as a challenge and overcome them. Just like our beautiful, thriving city, we can grow and become the type of humans that our parents, teachers, and coaches aspired for us to be. We can build within ourselves into something great because Ferndale has put something great into all of us and is setting us out into the world to share with others and let it spread. I believe in the class of 2017, and I believe that we are the greatness in the future. And now that we're done, there's nothing holding us back to sharing that greatness.
Thank you, Caitlin. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome our principal, Mr. Smith.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Ferndale School Board out there. I know you're out there someplace. Superintendent Pruitt, parents, staff, friends, and most importantly, you guys right here, the fantastic class of 2007. I also would like to give a hearty welcome to the 2017 Ferndale High School Honors Convocation and Awards Ceremony. Tonight we recognize and celebrate the wonderful young men and women of this year's senior class for their many academic achievements as well as their accomplishments in the arts and athletics. To our honored students, this Honors Convocation is the Ferndale educational community's opportunity to say thank you for a job well done. Thank you for your dedication to student achievement and commitment to working hard and being successful in as well as out of school life. We are very happy and even prouder of you. You will be amazed, you guys, when you listen to each other's accomplishments. This is your evening, so sit back and enjoy this ride. You're going to have a good time hearing about each other here. So, we begin our award ceremony tonight by recognizing the many seniors for their outstanding grade point averages. So the following seniors, please join me up on stage. Come on up there and we'll form the line from stage right all the way across to stage left. Hold your applause till the end. Lots of good kids here. So we start with Lily Bacon. These are with distinction, grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74. Lily Bacon, Kristen Banks, Frederique Christensen, Olivia Fatu, Caitlin Geddert, Jaya Hampton, Tamia Hardiman, Sydney Jackson, Joseph Lemelin, Kayla Sabbath, Sione Tolbert, and William Tomey. This is a grade point average of 3.75 to 3.99. Yes. Robert Anderson, Jasmine Craig, Kendrick Davalena, Bianca Gadsden, Courtney Hammerly, Skye Hart, Eric Marsh, Rebecca Parton, Maya Riccardi, and Owen Zaber. those seniors with greatest distinction. This is a grade point average of 4.0 and above. Yeah. Skylar Bartley. Caleb Brown. All right, let's hold it down. We got a long night here. Jillian Swissession. Kobe Davis. Maya Ellis. Catherine Keener. Isabel Kowanowski. William McElgin. Chemizium Nwachukwu. Sarah O'Donnell. Sean Pride. Alexander Reynolds. Zane Wilson. And Zane Zerbal. Stay right where you are. Thank you guys. Have a seat. Now we bring to the stage the following seniors to receive recognition of the Presidential Award for Educational Excellence. Each of these young men and women has scored in the top 80% in either the ACT or the SAT. Each has earned at least a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 during their high school career, and each has completed at least a minimum of 12 academic units in English, math, science, social studies, and computer science. So please join us on stage. Caleb Brown, Jillian Swissession, Kobe Davis, Courtney Hammerly, Skye Hart, Catherine Keener, Isabel Kowanowski, Joseph Lemelin, William McElgin, Chemizium Nwachukwu, Sarah O'Donnell, Rebecca Parton, Sean Pride, Alexander Reynolds, Maya Riccardi, William Toomey, Zane Wilson, Owen Zaber, and Zane Zerbal. Are we all up here? Not yet. Don't trip. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the President's Award for Educational Excellence and Achievement. I'm going to read a letter from Caitlin Geddert's favorite politician, President Donald Trump. Shh, don't go there. I am pleased to extend greetings to your entire school as you gather to congratulate the winners of the President's Education Awards. Education is a lifelong pursuit and offers countless rewards for those who strive for knowledge and work hard to achieve success. By setting high standards for yourself, by making the most of your educational opportunities, and by diligently working to reach your goals, you are well on your way toward realizing those rewards. I commend you for your academic and civic achievements and hope you will continue to pursue your educational goals. Your community and your country are counting on you. Melania joins me in wishing you continued success as we share the pride of your parents, teachers, and friends. Sincerely, President Donald Trump. Congratulations.
Lennon Scholarship, American Citizenship Award, 2016 and 2017 Ferndale Youth Assistance Award, David Michael Smith Foundation Scholarship, the Pleasant Ridge Foundation William Tigertt Scholarship, the Pleasant Ridge Women's Club Scholarship, Oakland Community College Chancellor Scholarship, President's Award for Educational Excellence, Excellence in Mathematics, Excellence in World Language, Excellence in Applied Arts. Sydney Jackson.
Let's give another round of applause for the class of 2017. At this time, Mr. Smith will return to the podium for the presentation of additional awards.
So I told you, you would love hearing about each other. Wasn't that awesome, you guys, to hear that? So we have 3 special memorial awards to hand out this evening. All 3 of these educators devoted many years to students here at Ferndale High School, and so we'd like to acknowledge them. The first one goes in tribute to Mary D. Smith. She devoted 31 years to the students in the Ferndale School District. Among her many roles, she was the head counselor at Ferndale High School. Students, teachers, and even principals came to Mary for advice and counseling. Instrumental to Ferndale High School, Mary Smith was also a vital and active member of our community. Mary was warm, caring, and a compassionate woman. Her life exemplified the qualities of scholarship, character, leadership, and citizenship. The recipient of this scholarship is honored not only with the financial support to continue his or her education, but also with the recognition that he or she shows the same exceptional qualities that Mary Smith loved and valued. This year's recipient is Diane Armijo Sinek. Scholarship is offered to a student who will pursue a degree in mathematics or a related field. Lorraine Giles was a longtime Ferndale High School math teacher who passed away in 1996. This wife, mother, and grandmother loved learning as a dedicated teacher from 85 to 95. She cared deeply for Ferndale High School students. Lorraine Giles saw the beauty of mathematics and spent many hours before and after school helping students. She was the treasurer of the PTSA for 2 years and a class advisor for 4 years. She always put others before self. This year's recipient is Zane Wilson. The Jim Munson Memorial Scholarship was established this year to honor our former Ferndale High School science teacher who taught in Ferndale from 1958 to 1994. He was my science teacher. He was also a colleague when I started to teach here and a very dear friend. Jim was well known for his engaging teaching personality. His hands-on approach and his ability to instill a curiosity and enthusiasm for science in his students was tremendous. He was always way ahead of his time as he and his colleagues worked on solar and wind power in our very own courtyard, understanding that we will not always be able to depend on fossil fuel. That was back in the 70s. Smart man. Jim Munson was an amazing, forward-thinking man and teacher. This scholarship, presented by his family this evening, is awarded to a Ferndale High School student who has demonstrated academic excellence in science and plans to pursue a career in a science-based field. The very first recipient of the Jim Munson Memorial Scholarship is Katie Keener. Some of the family is out there tonight, his daughter, son-in-law, and Chris and Sandy. If you're out there, stand up. Will you guys over here? Give it. Jim Munson.
Thank you again, Mr. Smith. Our final speaker joined the Ferndale Public Schools family in 9th grade. His family moved to America in 2006 from Nigeria, and I'm so glad that they did. We have been in honors classes and clubs together like NHS, DECA, and Toastmasters. He is one of the most dedicated students I know. Many people may not know that along with his academic achievements, he's a very talented artist. He helped the class of 2017 create the fantastic banners for the Ferndale homecoming parades, and I was lucky to get to work with him on the props group for the musical during our junior year. My friend, Chime Nowachiku, will be attending Oakland University in the fall with a full scholarship. Chime will be working towards his degree in the biomedical sciences. Please join me in welcoming Chime Nowachiku.
Mr. Smith, what an honor to stand before you today. Now, before I begin, I want to apologize for the abundance of quotes I'll use today. I thought it was imperative to convey the importance of today by including the wise words of many prominent figures. That being said, I'd like to begin from a quote from street poet and philanthropist Big Sean. In his prophecy titled song, One Man Contains the World, he sings, I hope you learn to make it on your own, and if you love yourself, you know you'll never be alone. And when you get it all, just remember one thing, that one man contains the world. I know what you're thinking, I sound exactly like Big Sean. That's my theme for today. One man or woman contains the world. Now, the class of 2017, your parents are secretly enrolled you on your behalf. Now, the class of 2017, your parents are secretly enrolled you into university on your behalf. They never told you about it. The university application was 12 years, but don't worry, you're admitted. This university is called life, and for many of you, it begins this fall. Now, being a graduate from Ferndale High School means you're on your own to conquer life. There's no more staying with mom or dad, no more bad jokes by Mr. Butler and Mr. Smith on the PA, and no more early release Wednesdays that we look forward to every other week. Graduating from Ferndale High School and beginning a journey called life means utilizing your strength and leadership skills, your newfound courage and wisdom, and your relentless ambition to positively impact the world around you for the better. On my wallpaper, I have a quote by Malcolm X that I wake up to. It reads, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Graduates of Ferndale High School, I'm proud to tell you that in these long 4 years, we've obtained this passport. I may be biased, but the class of 2017 has undoubtedly been one of the most brilliant, successful, hardworking, intelligent, ambitious, relentless, and overachieving class in Ferndale's history. football team made it to the playoffs. The delegate team made it to states. Our robotics team won district championships and made it to both states and national championships. And we can officially say we're the reason for Mr. Smith retiring. Every student, no matter who you are, has experienced good and bad days. Days that we cannot rise up from our beds. Days that we question ourselves. Why am I in this class? Why did I come to school today? In these last 4 years, we all experienced adversity, hardship, and disappointment in our own unique way. That being said, it's not a matter of how many times you fall down. It's a matter of how many times you rise back up. Steve Jobs himself wasn't infallible, nor was he perfect. His parents gave him up for adoption when he was born. He had erratic and temperamental issues, and he was even fired from his own company in 1985. But because he had a vision, a company with relentless ambition and a thirst for success, he was able to turn what seemed an unreachable goal into reality. Upon his return to Apple, Jobs radically revolutionized the phone industry, changing the world as we know it. Today, Apple is worth more than Intel and Microsoft combined. Steve Jobs is the epitome of how perseverance and ambition can make any goal achievable, how one man or woman can truly change the world. As you shall see this fall in life, things may not always go according to plan, but I advise you to always keep your head up, always keep moving forward, always be relentless. As my boy Albert Einstein once said, you can't solve today's problems with yesterday's thinking. And you can't do this alone. The road to success may be a lonely one, but luckily your car fits 4 other people. Every Batman needs a Robin, and every Barack needs a Michelle. So whether it's your best friend, your auntie, your uncle, your mom, or your dad, or even Google, think about those who got you through tough times. Who's your Robin standing by your side? Who's your Michelle making sure you're eating healthy and exercising daily? As you shall soon find out, in life, things are not always easy, but it makes it more bearable to have someone to lean on. So the thought I leave you with today in your post-high school life is don't shy away from challenges. Learn to embrace adversity, and always be ambitious on your road to success. Whether you're going to a Navy, a community college, a four-year university, or branching off and doing your own thing. Whether your aspirations to be a doctor, a lawyer, a comedian, a football star, a basketball player, or even the president of the free world. Take it from Steve Jobs. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown you in your inner voice. Most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Whatever you wish to accomplish, go for it, because one man can change the world. That being said, thank you for joining us today as we acknowledge the brilliant minds of Ferndale High School. Although today may have come to an end, we hope that you never settle for less, but continue your accomplishments and achievements in the future. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the conclusion of the Ferndale High School Class of 2017 Honors Convocation. At this time, will the graduates, faculty, and guests please stand and remain standing until the recessional is completed. We ask that you wait until the last graduate has reached the top of the walkway before leaving your seat. Once again, thank you all so very much for your attendance and support. I can't wait to see you all again June 5th for graduation. Good night and drive safely.